this is Anna from Craft Me a Card, and I'm crafting for the crafter, and that is you. Thank you so much for joining me. The card I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is this Happy New Year's card. And this is just an idea for you guys in case you guys found yourself in the same boat I did, which is running out of time and not being able to create and send out all the Christmas cards that you wanted to. So a Happy New Year's card is always a good idea, and it falls within the same season. And the best thing is that you have a whole other month to send them out. So in this card, I just, included a message of away with 2020, and let's start a new year of 2021, which will be a lot better. First, I start off with cutting my sentiment, and I die cut it, and it's just a Happy New Year's. And you can use whatever you have on hand. If you maybe have a sticker, or maybe you want to write something and cut it out, perhaps cut something out with a Cricut. Anything you have on hand, I think will look great on this background. What you will need is black cardstock, and this is just regular black cardstock. It doesn't have to be watercolor paper. And go ahead and grab some ink, and you want some light ink, something that will stand out against the black. In this case, I picked this chalk one. I thought it would be a good idea so that it could really show up on the black. And you just want to grab something to smear this white ink on the black paper. Here I'm testing different inks. I'm testing different ways to do it. I tried a brush that didn't work. It just seemed like a big blob. But with felt, I felt that it worked better. No pun intended. But anyways, go ahead and try your different inks and see what works better. What you just want is like a glare, because we're going to be placing stars on top of these little dots. So once I'm content with my trial run, I decide to go with that yellow chalk ink and this gold one that I felt it's going to be nice against the stars. So I just flip my paper over, and I just put a bunch of yellow first, that light yellow, and then on top of that yellow I added a little bit of gold. And I'll just list everything in the description box below so you could see or just give you an idea of what it was that I used for this, what products I used. Okay, so here's the final product. As you can see, it has a little shine, this gold ink. And as you can see, there's no rhyme or reason, just scattered in different places. We are going to be placing a sentiment right in the middle. So, but first I felt that it needed a little more, because the night sky, you could see stars everywhere. That's if you're away from city lights, of course. But you could see stars everywhere. So I thought that if we just sprinkle some ink on it, it'll work. And I have these metallic paints that I bought, and they're not the expensive ones. Note, you do not need expensive inks to get this metallic feel on a piece of paper. This is just the cheaper brand, and I actually found a cheaper brand of metallic paints that are like for kids. I found it at Michael's, and you really do not have to spend a lot of money on metallic paints. You could see here the different colors that this brand comes with, and I'll list everything in the description box. And I just spray a little bit of water and let it work there for a little bit so that I could soak it up and make it easier for me to bring onto my paper. And I start, just dabbing some little spots of gold, and then I go ahead and I use some of that yellow. But I felt, hey, let me just literally sprinkle it over my piece of paper, because this was just taking a little too long. And that seemed to work fine. I just started grabbing my pen, grabbing some ink, and I just started dabbing it onto the paper. And that gave me the look that I was looking for, which is just little sprinkles scattered everywhere. You can also put the ink on a block or the paint on a block, and then with your brush just splat it over your piece of paper. I was a little lazy, so I just decided to use the brush this way and add it manually. So then we go ahead and you grab your glue, and you place glue in the center of these little circles that we created by smearing the paint. And then you go ahead and you add little stars. These are little stars that I bought from AliExpress, and they're meant for the nails, to decorate nails. But you know us crafters, we never look at something for the purpose it was created for. We always bring it back to our crafting needs. So I went ahead and I added some Jewel-It glue. And this is good for anything that's jewel or anything that is non-porous. And I just go ahead and I place some of these little stars in the center of these spots. And you want to leave some spots open for different sizes of stars because we want to mimic the night sky and we want to just give that illusion that there are different stars at different distances. So, just go ahead and grab different sizes of stars. In this case, I grabbed this gold paper and I die cut some other little stars. And I just went ahead and randomly placed these in different spots of the card. And like these are made out of paper, it's cardstock, I went ahead and I used regular glue, regular tacky glue. And just with my little wax pencil here, I go ahead and I place the stars in the center of other little circles here. And then I went ahead and I cut even a medium size between these little tiny stars and these larger stars. And I also added those to the paper. And you could see here our beautiful night sky. Next, go ahead and cut this piece down to fit your card base. And as you guys know, my card base is 6.5 by 5 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and crop this to fit inside my card base with just by leaving 1/4 of an inch border all around. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the main attraction. Yay! We are ready for our sentiment. And just with glue, liquid glue, like this is cardstock, go ahead and glue this on the piece that we created, the night sky. All right, now that this is complete, you want to add some interest to the corners. And in this case, I used a corner chomper just to add something different to the card. And once this step is complete, go ahead and bring in the cardstock that you're going to be using as your main layer, your first layer. And in this case, I decided to go with, of course, gold. You can't go wrong with gold when it comes to Happy New Year's. And as I always do, I place my card base on top of my card stock and I go around with my Xacto knife and I cut around it. And this will help give you a perfectly cut card base. And also, as I always do, I cut the inside of this cardstock that will not be seen. So just with some liquid glue, go ahead and stick the first layer onto your card, which is the gold. Then go ahead and glue the next layer, which is your night sky with the sentiment. And then, as always, let's add some finishing touches. And I thought that sequins was very appropriate for this card. Following my daughter's suggestion, I decided to add some silver sequins to it. It would give it a nice little contrast to the card. So this is using some, again, Jewel-It glue. I go ahead and I place these little sequences all over the empty spots of the card. And this completes today's card. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys get inspired. Oh my, rain is coming down hard here in Southern California, which is very rare. I hope it's coming through the mic. But anyways, I hope you guys got inspired by this card. I hope you guys create. Most important, I hope you are happy. Thank you so much for joining me. I invite you to please subscribe, like, and comment. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive a notification every time I post a new video. See you next time.
Mommy, Papi says that he'll be waiting in the car.
He's ready?
Yeah.
He's there?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay, I'll be right there. I'm almost done. Tell him I'm almost done. Oh gosh, you're right. What is it missing, Didi?
Silver.
Silver and gold. Okay. I'm almost done, I'm almost done, I'm almost done. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm almost done, I'm almost done. I'm almost done, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Yowie, yowie, yowie. I'm coming, I'm coming. Yowie, yowie. Coming, I'm coming.